Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to not a vlog. I'm your host. I hate, that's disgusting. Why, I can't believe I just said. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to not a vlog. My name is Kyle, enthusiast in many, expert in nothing. That was kind of less corny, so I'll go with that. It's the holiday season. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I'm recording this after Thanksgiving, just so you wouldn't even know. It doesn't even matter because movie magic. But anyway, Christmas is around the corner, and I've been getting asked quite a lot. Kyle, what do you want for Christmas? Kyle, what can I get you for Christmas? Kyle, are you okay?
No.
I'm not. My motorcycle got sold. If you don't know, my motorcycle got stolen, ended up in the Dominican Republic, and is now sold, apparently. But I got the closure I needed, so I'll take it. Whatever. Anyway, back to holiday cheer. As a car guy, I have done a lot of things to my car. I want a lot of things for my car. And if you know a car guy, or you are a car guy, then you might want to do the same. So, I'm making this video because I was thinking about things that I would want for Christmas or for the holidays, and I figured, you know what, let me make a list of this and put it on YouTube, because maybe if this video gets enough views, I will be able to afford these things that I want. I've eaten ramen for the past 40 days straight. I'm like Papa John from Papa John's Pizza, where he's like,
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
The day of reckoning will come. Let me just preface this video by saying that the tier list of cheap, mid, and expensive are relative. Everyone's idea of what's cheap, mid-tier, and expensive are different. I'm just going off the range of what I see online and what I've spent personally, and, you know, kind of like what I expect in the car world. Let me also say that this is not an exhaustive list, and if you get something and they already have it, it's not my fault. Because as car guys, we sink all of our money into our cars. All of it. All of it. I'm going to break this video up into 3 tiers. We got cheap, mid-tier, and expensive. The cheap range is anywhere from, I'd say, $10 to like $200. Mid is $200 to $600, and expensive is $600 and up. And there's really no cap on that because car parts get very, very expensive. And if you got deep enough pockets, sure, why not? And if you have deep enough pockets to really be spending that kind of money on your friend, significant other, son, daughter, whatever, let me know, because I would like to meet you and I would like to apply for you to buy me things too. Number 1 on the cheap tier is interior lights. This can range from just things like dome lights, the overhead lights that you push the button and it turns on. I recently just bought a full set of LED white lights for that because my car, a 2018 Subaru WRX, comes with like these really sickly, not all that bright yellow interior lights. I'm talking the dome light, the map light, what else? What other lights do I have? Reverse lights. That's not interior, but it's part of the set that I bought. I bought that for $25 on sale by the LED guy. On Amazon, you can find them for $10 to like $50 depending on what set you get. It's a good way to brighten up the interior of the car when you really need it. The other form of interior light is like Footwell interior kits. They go for like $10 to $70 depending on how high-end you want to go. These are little LED strips that you can put on the inside of your footwell, under your seat, and you can change the color of them. It's a quick, easy project to really add some spice onto the inside of your car or your friend's car or whoever you're buying it for. It's good stuff. I haven't done it personally because I have had other priorities, I guess. If you're watching this and you know me, I don't have that. Next on the list of cheap items is a shift knob or an e-brake. This mainly goes for the manual drivers out there, which are getting fewer and fewer and further between. The shift knob is the second most touched thing in a car, in my opinion, in my experience. And honestly, the first mod I did, or second, it's within the first 3 mods I did was get a new shift knob. You can get them weighted, you can get them in colors, you can get them in cool designs. There's like a Dragon Ball shift knob. I got mine from Billet Works. There's a pretty significant range. You can get them from Amazon. You can go to like special shops that focus and specialize in shift knobs. So I'd say the range on that is like 20 to like $200. It could be up to the upper tier depending on if you get like a carbon fiber shift knob, if you get a weighted shift knob, all that stuff. Definitely a good upgrade. I'm very happy I upgraded my shift knob. Mine was a little bit heavier than stock, so it made the throws a lot more confident, I would say, and I really like the design. Mine says 1, 2, 3, 4 jail and prison, which is funny because the WRX is not all that fast. Say you bought like a $50 shift knob and you still have room in your budget, you can pair it up with an e-brake, or you can just get an e-brake by itself. A little e-brake stick. Those things go from 50 to like 180 from what I've seen. Depending on if you go like a nice metal one or you want to do carbon fiber, you can kind of change up the components. You can have the special red button on the brake release. You can have that. Sorry, there's a dog outside getting punted is what it sounds like. And number 3 on the list for cheap car presents is car care supplies. One of the things car guys care about is keeping their car clean. It's something that will always get used. You don't have to worry about buying something useless or buying something that they already have. Car care kits go for like, I'd say like $30 for your wash, wax, tire shine and all that, to like $200 depending on if you get like a high-end kit that comes with like a bucket and your sponges and whatnot. You can expect a good car care kit to be anywhere between $100 and $150. Again, it's always appreciated because it will always be used, especially, you know, during car season. And now we're moving to the mid-tier gears, so we're talking $200 to $600. And the first thing on that list is tints, window tints. Now, this is often a pretty early mod that people do. They get a new car, they don't want to be fishbowling around. I highly recommend, if they haven't done it, or if they have it and it doesn't look good, that you take their car or you get them a gift card from a tint shop, because tints go a long way in making a car look good and preserving the interior. I don't know, it's something that I feel like every car should have. Now keep in mind that tints may not be legal in your state, so do with that what you will, but I think it's a necessary mod to have. For a good tint job with quality tint, I'd say $150 to $600. And I know this because I've gotten my car tinted several times in a few different locations, and the minimum I paid was $100, and it didn't turn out good at all. And then I moved to a very good shop, shout out to the NRS Tint Shop, and that was $190 to $600 depending on what film you get. There are tints like Omnique tints, which if you have watched me long enough or if you follow me on Instagram, it's the colored mirrored tints. Those are very cool, look very good. I did have some issues with some sun fading, so I did go back to XPEL XR tints, which is heat rejection nano ceramic tint. That will run you anywhere from $500 to $800 depending on your car, depending on what you get done. So number 1 on the mid-tier list is tints. Your loved one will appreciate you greatly. Okay, number 2 on the mid-tier list is a steering wheel. I recently upgraded my steering wheel from the ugly stock one to a carbon fiber one. Shout out to JD Muscle. Steering wheel is the first most touched thing in the car, I would hope, you know, because if you steer with the steering wheel, unless you're a Mustang, +1 for cheap Mustang joke. There's a lot of options for steering wheels. You can go carbon fiber with like different stitching on your leather, full carbon fiber. Mine ran me, I think, $400, $400 to $500 was my carbon fiber steering wheel, which is the average price for a decent carbon fiber steering wheel. You can also do different setups like NRG, where you replace the whole hub and you have detachable steering wheels, and that kind of makes the price fluctuate depending on what setup you get, what kind of wheel you get, what kind of hub you get. But I'd say you can expect to spend anywhere between $200 to $600 definitely on a carbon fiber wheel or an aftermarket steering wheel. And the last thing on our mid-tier list, well, not the last thing, but number 3 on our mid-tier list is similar to number 3 on the low-tier list, and that has to do with car care, and that is a full detail. Detailing a car is a very tedious process. I've done it myself. I've done it on other cars. I've done it on black cars, which is a horrendous experience. If you know somebody who doesn't want to put the work in themselves, or if you know somebody that can't put the work in themselves because they don't have a spot, they don't have a garage, whatever, I highly recommend taking their car to get detailed. And a full detail includes, you know, cleaning up the interior, getting the outside compounded and polished. It pretty much revives the car. You know, it depends on how old the car is. If the car's a little bit older, it can definitely need it. I know my Subaru definitely needs it. Once I take the wrap off, I'm definitely going to detail it myself. Anyway, I would say a $600 detail makes a big difference in how the car looks and how the car feels inside. It's not going to change your performance, but it's definitely going to take out a lot of the swirls and scratches on the outside, and it's definitely going to make your inside feel like new again, and that's huge for a car guy. And now we move to the expensive part of the list. Again, if you're looking to spend bread, if you're looking to spend money on your significant other, let me know, because I would like for you to spend money on me too. So number 1 on the list, number 1 that comes to mind, are seats. Seats are a game changer. A lot of factory seats don't feel all that comfortable, or maybe they are comfortable, but they're not sporty, or maybe they're just run down. A lot of farts in those seats. So a good solid upgrade would be seats. And I think seats range from anywhere from $800 for a pair to like $2,000 to $3,000. There's really no limit on how expensive seats can get, depending on how custom you want to get, depending on if you need custom work for your brackets to make them fit. And I'm not even factoring install. You know, you can do it yourself. Seats are definitely up there, and they're definitely a game-changing mod. If your significant other, if the person you want to get gifts for has not upgraded their seats yet, might be worth looking into getting nice, sporty seats. Number 2, now we're ramping up the spending here, is wheels. Wheels can range from $600 for like reps, you know, your budget wheels, which I have no problem with, you know, if they roll, we're good, to like $7,000 for a set of wheels. It depends on how they're made, where they're made, what they're made of. You got a huge range. I myself have a set of work T7Rs, which retail for like, I don't know, $1,500 to $2,500, I believe. But I got them for a sick deal because I went to Wicked Big Meat. The booth that I bought them from was offering a sick price, and I couldn't say no. I bought them for $1,300. There's countless options for wheels, and the price really reflects the quality of the wheels. So yeah, if you're in love, buy him a set of wheels. Buy her a set of wheels. And last on the expensive list, or number 3, not last because, again, this is not an exhaustive list, is a dash cam. If you're buying gifts for a car person, they clearly care about their car. So a dash cam is a huge gift that I highly recommend, and it's one of those things where you'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I speak from experience on this. I myself am running a Blackview DR900S. I think I have a code with Blackview. If I do, I'm going to put it right here. If not, it's awkward. But yeah, dash cams are a solid way to protect your investment, because no matter how good you care for your car, no matter how good they care for their car, it's not going to protect you from idiots on the road. It's not going to protect you from just having a bad, unlucky day. And the best way to protect yourself from those is getting a dash cam. These days, some manufacturers are including dash cams, like Tesla and Tesla. If you don't have one, I highly recommend it. It has saved me more than a few times in terms of insurance, and it's just more of a peace of mind thing, you know? These can range anywhere from $400 for a mid-tier to, you know, $1,500. But I would say if you spend $600 to $750 for a dash cam, you are getting a quality product, especially from Blackview. I can't recommend Blackview more. They are very good at what they do, and they have different cameras for different applications. And I guess we're gonna run into the bonus, because I'm kind and I love to give to you guys. So I'm going to give a bonus thing, and I also couldn't fit this into a category, but I'm going to give you guys a bonus item on this list, and that is a wrap. Now, vehicle wraps are huge right now. They've seen a huge spike. You know, my car is wrapped. All of my friends' cars are wrapped. It's a good way to customize your car and express yourself without it being permanent. You know, you want to turn your blue car red and then get sick of it 2 months later, go ahead. You can take the wrap off. I highly recommend getting a wrap if they have not done so and they're looking to change the look of their car. The cost of entry to wraps is not that expensive. You can get a full roll, $400 to $800, depending on the material. If you want to go high end, you can spend like $1,000 if you want to do a chrome. But the reason that the wrap is in the bonus category is because it doesn't fit into any category. If you take it to a shop, you can expect to pay a couple $1,000s for a full car wrap. That's for a full car wrap. You can take it to a shop and be like, hey, I only want my hood wrapped. I only want my roof wrapped. And that'll cost you anywhere from $200 to $800. You can ask for a partial design. You know, you can pay for a design for a wrap and then pay for the wrap. So that adds up, and that's more on the high tier. And, you know, you can customize, oh, I want a higher end material. I want reflective vinyl. So that drives up the cost. But a wrap is really, I would say, the number one thing in terms of self-expression, you know, because all the other mods I listed, all the other things I listed, anyone can get off the shelf. A wrap, you can get off the shelf, but if you really want to spend that money on that person, or if you want to spend the money yourself, a wrap, you will have 110% control of how it looks, you know, the design. You can really design the art yourself, and that's huge. And again, the cost of entry can be as low as just buying the material and doing it yourself. And if you really want to spend some quality time ruining your relationship, you can help that person wrap their car. If you want to get yelled at for holding a flashlight, or you can't find the 10 mil that they lost, you know, I recommend getting into it, you know, taking the car apart with them, wrapping it up. It'll be fun. And if you do it right, you won't have to buy them gifts next year. I guess that's it for this video. Again, this is not an exhaustive list. These are just things that came to mind and I wrote them down quickly. of things I didn't have or upgraded later or things that get overlooked. Oh, and I had to be a little bit more universal because I have a Subaru, but if you're watching this and the person you want to buy gifts for has a Mustang, don't buy them Subaru parts. So I stayed as universal as possible. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment. If you enjoy my new setup, good. Be good. Happy holidays. I will catch you guys on the next one.
If I gotta die, I'm going like the greats. I don't plan it, but I live like it's today. Pop a quarter off a quarter and I'm straight. She can't stand me, but she came here anyway. If I gotta die, I'm going like the greats.